Inside a luxurious mansion in New York, David was a famous real estate mogul who'd been diagnosed with cancer. The doctor gave him 6 months to live. His best friend urged him to stay positive, but David wasn't worried about death. The only person he cared about was his daughter. Years ago, a young David had come to New York for work, but over time, his career had cost him his family. Now, his relationship with his daughter was terrible, and her distance from him had become his only regret as he faced the end. After saying goodbye to his friend, David tried calling his daughter, but the busy signal only made him feel more alone. That's when he noticed a mysterious card had appeared in his wallet with a phone number and a message on the back. Being cautious, David looked up the keywords from the card online and found a lecture about the company. A retired professor described his research breakthrough, a way for humans to achieve a form of immortality through consciousness transfer. The theory left David deep in thought. Driven by curiosity and the hope of continuing his life, he followed the card's directions to a private medical facility. The hospital director, Martin, told David the procedure was extremely expensive, but they only selected wealthy individuals with brilliant minds. During the surgery, they would transfer the client's consciousness into a new body, allowing them to escape the constraints of age and keep living. This was part of the professor's transformation project from before his retirement, and the hospital had already successfully completed 21 cases. David was concerned about the ethical implications, but Martin assured him there was nothing to worry about. The new bodies were genetically engineered without thoughts or families of their own, so there was no need for guilt. Martin quickly confirmed that David met all their requirements. Before accepting the procedure, he'd have to say goodbye to his past identity and cut off all contact with anyone from his previous life. These were part of the hospital's confidentiality rules and essential for establishing a new identity. Back home, David felt conflicted. Giving up his past identity was difficult. It meant abandoning everything he'd fought so hard to build. Still troubled, David went to his daughter's place hoping to find some comfort, but his daughter made it clear she didn't want to waste any more time. David handed her a check and urged her not to refuse his generosity again. She exploded in anger. She was sick of her father's controlling nature and his habit of throwing money at every problem. David knew he'd failed as a father, but the businessman in him couldn't bring himself to admit he was wrong. Their conversation ended badly, and David had no choice but to leave.